Good morning, everybody, or whenever it ends up being that you watch this. Heather Dixon here, and I'm so glad for all of you that are in the group this week for the 5 Days to Better Ab Challenge. This is the first time I've been so organized to do this, so I'm really excited. I think you're going to get a lot out of it as far as learning how your core is supposed to be working, how yours specifically is or isn't working, and then what to do about it. We're going to go through all the techniques that I use with my clients that I train so that you can start to have these tools in your own toolbox to do them at home. So there should be some emails coming to you. If you haven't received any emails, send me an SOS right away. I'll get them to you because every morning, well, actually they're going out kind of like the night before. You're going to be getting the info sheets as far as what the challenge of each day is, as well as reminders to check in the group and tons of other little tidbits in there as well. So you definitely want to be getting the emails. Hey, Shannon, good morning. Oh, great. My husband's on here too. Great. It's always nice, at least when I know I'm talking to people. So, all right, we're going to start off with a little bit of an assessment. If you saw the email, great. I'm going to just assume you haven't because it's early here. So we'll talk as if you haven't read it. So, but I'm not just going to repeat the stuff on there. The assessment, this is going to help us determine if your core is functioning as it should. And the reason this is important, and maybe it's something you've never done before, is because you can't train muscles that aren't activated, they aren't online, that your body is just not even connecting with. And pregnancy is one of those times where that disconnection can happen. Just the nature of growing a baby, but stress and all of that, they can tend to mess some things up if that kind of makes sense. And so the purpose of this week is to help you find out, activate, and then learn how to retrain. So there's 3 little parts, and this is a very mini assessment. With my clients, I do a much more in-depth one. 3 little parts. So the first one is a cough test. And so at some point today, you don't have to do it right now, but if you are online and you want to, I would. I just want you to cough, and I want you to go in front of a mirror or go and prop your phone up on the camera reverse and see what your abdomen does. Does it go out? Does it come in when you cough? Okay, that's just a simple way of testing what the muscles down there are doing. And then the second one is a diastasis check. Some of you, I know, are in here because you know you already have diastasis. So you don't have to go and check it again if you know this, but if not, go ahead and check. So you'll lay down on your back. I'm not going to do it right now. You'll want to lay on your back and curl up your neck and just the tip of your shoulders there and see what happens over the midline of your core. Does it kind of come up like a little mountain ridge? Does it sink down low? Is it flat? And then what does it feel like? What is that connective tissue right in the middle? Like where you might have gotten a linea nigra while you were pregnant? What does that feel like? Is there skin pushing back or is it mushy? That's what we're looking for, and all of those are on the email resource sheet. There's a little button in the email that you're going to click to download those. And then the last one, and this one's a tricky one that I thought would be really good for the demo. You're going to make it 3 fingers. Middle finger goes on your belly button, and you're just going to relax, okay? It's okay if your stomach hangs out here. We're not always very good at letting everything just go, but this is where you want to let everything go. No one has to see you. Let it all go, and then draw it back in. So let it all go, draw it in. And you want to notice where you see movement. If the top finger's moving, if the bottom finger's moving, if both fingers are moving. Again, we're just assessing. We want to see where we're at. But at the bottom of that page where it has the activities of what you want to do, kind of explains what the ideal movement would be. And so for that one, you're going to have movement on the top and the bottom. That's checking in pelvic floor, diaphragm, transverse abdominals, all of those muscles. And this again just gives us a better idea of which spots might not be working for you so that we can train those, pay close attention to all of those. So I know we kind of jumped in on that real quick. If you guys have any questions, of course, you can shoot me a message all of the time, and we can answer these on live. Today is the first one I'm probably going to do in the morning. I just wanted to come on here real quick, and I totally forgot to introduce myself. So for those of you, it's your first time in a group with me, or you've seen stuff and you're not really sure anything about me, we'll just do that now. My name is Heather Dixon, and I'm certified as a pre- and postnatal corrective exercise specialist. And in case you don't know, I got into all this because I have 3 kids and my body was not going back the same way that it was before. My problem was mainly pelvic floor issues, a lot of pain, discomfort, and leaking. That the traditional fitness training that I had for probably 8 years wasn't working. Nothing was getting better. I had strong core, but it wasn't working. So that's what I'm hoping you're going to get out of this, is knowing that strength is not necessarily function. Function is your ability to do things. And a lot of times our core gets off function. It gets dysfunctional. So the different muscles are taking over. They're not doing the jobs. And when those things happen, you get pain and discomfort and things like leaking, low back pain. You get a separation. And so that's what we can dive into. If anyone has specific questions on like the diastasis, I know that's a really hot topic. There's lots of information out there, not all of which I would necessarily agree with, but you can always pick my brain on that. So that's why this is so important. The core is the center point, the focal point of every other movement part for your body. And we're going to learn how to train it safely, and we're going to do it effectively, because you can't just go do crunches and planks all day long, training muscles that aren't even online. So I'm going to help you bring them back online, and then we are going to go from there. So tomorrow is it's going to be a great day to focus on breathing. This is going to be the stress reducing, fat burning session. But you're not doing a cardio workout. I know, as soon as I say fat burning, I was like, what? Breathing actually can help your body burn fat if you do it correctly. So we're going to tune into that, but you're going to help start to see maybe how your breath works and how maybe it hasn't been serving you. And it's a real quick change to turn those things around. And we'll be doing some pelvic floor on Wednesday. There's going to be a cool little demo for that one with the balloon. I just got to get some balloons and probably extra in case I pop one. But yeah, it's going to be great. There's also, you'll notice in the email, there's like another PDF. There's another button that says for the guide for the First 6 trial program. And let me take a second and explain that in case you're wondering. The First 6 is my postpartum program. It's called the First 6 though because it's just designed to be your first 6 weeks of exercise. It starts at the very beginning and goes on. It's kind of like a bridge from wherever you started to wherever you want to go. And so I'm giving you, since you're in this challenge with me, if you want to do just the challenge exercises, that is fine. That is perfect. I love the laser focus. But if you're already kind of active and you want to keep it going, and apply the challenge exercises to a workout, that's what that's there for. You can definitely go ahead and peruse it and decide for yourself. Anything you do, obviously at your own risk. Never hurts to check with your doctor to know if something's appropriate for you, if you're newly postpartum. But that's what that is. You can go ahead and look at it. It's my gift to you for joining the challenge. Again, it's just the first week, 5 days of my normal 6-week program. So that is in your email too. And if you have questions, let me know. But I think I'm going to wrap that up for today. All I wanted to do today was introduce myself, welcome you all, which I did halfway through the video, and remind you that the floor is open for questions. And again, if you're not receiving the emails, let me know. SOS, help, I'm not getting the emails. It could be in your spam, so make sure you've followed it, but it could have been an error on my end as well. So thank you guys for being here. I am so excited for the rest of the week. I hope you are too. And go ahead in the comments, let me know how your assessment goes. I want to see where we're all at. So again, safe place, it's a private group, no one can see what you're posting except for people in the group. So that's all for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 2 p.m. Central Time.